Good evening, everyone. We're really delighted that you joined us. This is an information session for Johns Hopkins University's Master of Education in the Health Professions program. I have a set of slides that I want to walk you through to give you some background on the program, and we'll save a few minutes for us to ask questions at the end. We planned this for a half hour, being aware of how demanding your time commitments are, but I can stay on afterwards to answer any questions if we don't get to them all. So thank you again for being here, and I will begin. Oh, I guess before we start, I should share with you that on here with me is Katie Wilson, and she's the administrator for the MEHP program, and she has been such a delight in helping us and supporting us get all this up and ready for you. So you can thank her if it's really good. If it's really bad, it's my fault.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tony. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate your time and interest and engagement. And like Tony said, we're trying to keep it kind of concise in terms of sharing information about the program. And then hopefully you all have some questions. And then if we didn't cover something or a question that didn't cover something, please always reach out to either of us. We'll drop our emails in the chat, and then we can always set up one-on-one calls. That's what we're here for. So I'll go ahead and drop our emails in the chat. And then if people don't want to go on, go off mute, or you don't want to, sort of ask questions out loud, feel free to drop questions in the chat as well.
Thank you, Katie. So we'll begin. I hope you can see my screen. Is my screen coming across? Awesome. Okay. So our little kind of mantra is we reimagine learning to transform care. And that's basically at the heart of the work that we do. Our Johns Hopkins University Masters of Education in the Health Professions is a program that is going to go into its 15th year soon. So we're kind of excited that we've lasted this long. The program is actually a collaboration among 5 Hopkins schools: education, medicine, nursing, public health, and business. And faculty from these schools came together to design the program, to ensure that their literatures were included in the program, and to present different perspectives. Our goal is to give you a wide and a deep toolbox. We don't know what kind of issues you're going to face as you move forward in health professions education, but we want you to have the tools to be able to put them together and address those problems and issues creatively, effectively, and efficiently. Our mission is to prepare interprofessional leaders and change agents to globally transform health professions education through evidence-based teaching, meaningful research, and impactful leadership. And this mission is built into everything we do. It's really critical to us. In addition to our 5 Hopkins partners, we also have strategic partners helping us with the program. We have the School of Medicine Simulation Center, the Institute for Excellence in Education from the School of Medicine. We have both the Eisenhower libraries and the Welch libraries, which are the academic and the medical libraries, working together for this program. We have an interprofessional faculty from these 5 schools, plus pharmacy, physical therapy, occupational health. And we also have the School of Education, Instructional Technology, and Instructional Design teams to help us. And finally, we have our alumni, which are a global network that actually support our fellows in the program, and our community stays connected after graduation. Some hallmarks of our program: it's interprofessional. Everything is to reflect the various professions so that you can be at the cutting edge of what's going on in each of those professions. The program is flexible, it's asynchronous, it's online. We do have sync sessions embedded in the courses, and every sync session is recorded because regardless of what time we pick, we're not able to reach everyone. The program is also designed for busy professionals. Faculty work with you, they're flexible, they support you, they want you to be successful. Our mantra kind of is, if we accept you into our community, then we feel responsible to support your success through the program. We have a strong record of success with our graduates, and I'll share some examples of that towards the end of this presentation. And we have a supportive and engaged faculty and engaged alumni community around the globe who are there to help other MEHP fellows and graduates with their work. My switching slides is a little awkward because I have to look across the room, so I apologize to you. This is the how the program is laid out. This first line is the program, which you're studying in terms of the coursework, and then how the capstone is built into the second half of the program. And embedded in that is a portfolio, which has two parts, a core and a specialization, so that not only are you checking off courses, but you're thinking about how to integrate this work and apply it in your own institution or in your career as you're moving forward. And finally, it shows the reviews that take place across the program to ensure that you're making the progress we want you to make. So when we talk about the program, we do onboarding in the summer before you enter the program, and then you begin the education concentration. This concentration consists of 18 credits. It takes either 2 years to complete or 1 year, depending on whether you take one course at a time or two courses at a time. And when you're doing the core, you're actually understanding yourself, your strength as an educator and as a leader and a researcher, and you look for how to develop yourself using theoretical foundational work to make you the best teacher, researcher, leader that you can be. So we're trying to help you build on your strengths. We don't want to build you like someone else because each of us is unique and each of you will bring your unique strengths to this program. So that's really critical to us. In this process, we start with adult development and learning with a strong foundational base on which the other courses are built. We go from adult learning to evidence-based teaching, instructional strategies, curriculum development, assessment, and feedback, and we finish with educational scholarship. An educational scholarship takes what you're learning in education and begins to package it to focus it on how can you add to the scholarship on education as you move forward through your capstone and beyond. When you are in your specialization, you choose to be on the research track, the leadership track, or we have a customized combination where you take pieces from both tracks and you put them together. And in that specialization, we try to help you create a program that is aligned to where you want to go. So where the first part of the program is pretty set, the second part is very flexible. When you finish the first part of the program, the core, you will also earn a master's certificate in evidence-based teaching. So you earn two credentials as you go through this program. When you do the portfolio is designed to address the program outcomes, and you pick experiences that you've had in your classes or how you've applied that information in your workplace. And you write that as an artifact, why you chose it. And when you get all the artifacts for education together, then you do a reflection. And that's how you do the core portfolio. When you're in the specialization, what you do is you do the same thing, except you're thinking about your experiences in leadership, in research, or this customized combination and how it's helping you grow and develop. And when you're finished with the whole program, you then write an overall reflection, how you started in the program, how you've grown through the program, and where you hope to grow next. So you're getting this whole gestalt feeling of how this helps you move forward. When you do the capstone, I should have said when you come into the program, you're given an academic advisor who is an administrator to help you, and you're also given a faculty advisor who works with you on your program and ensures that where you're going and anything you need to change or adjust is made for you. When you enter your capstone, you add to that team a capstone instructor who works with you individually on your capstone. And that person is matched to you based on your specialization and or your methodological approach to your study. So that's how we do that. When you do your capstone, you plan to do it for 1 year. You either start in the fall and then do spring and then do next fall, or you start spring, fall, spring. So the idea is to be able to complete an entire project within 1 year. And we spend a lot of time helping you keep that project on the rails because we don't want you to be hanging, all but before you can graduate. That's important to us. So this just gives you a summary of what we're doing in the project. When you do the capstone, I should say, we do have a defense where you present what you've done to the community, and faculty and fellows comment and give you some feedback on your work. We do that through the 3 capstone mini courses that we have, and people find it extremely helpful because not only will your instructor be helping you, but instructors of your colleagues will also be giving you some ideas to help you in that process. So that you understand how our schedule works. In the summer, you come in, we do onboarding, and then we have a very strange schedule. We have 2 fall semesters and 2 spring semesters. The first the first half of the semester is a 12-week session, and we have a course at that time. And then the second part of it is a 6-week course, and in the first one is 3 credits, the second one is 1.5. If you're taking one course at a time, you will take 3 credits from August to November and 1.5 credits from November to January. If you're taking 2 courses at a time, you do 6 credits for the first fall and 3 credits for the second fall. What this allows us to do is we have 12 weeks, 6 weeks, and then spring, 12 weeks, 6 weeks. It allows us to get 3 semesters of work in a schedule and keep your summer, the center of your summer open, because what we have found out is that people in the health professions, the populations that they teach change in the middle of the summer, and it's hard to go to school and at the same time deal with all this the disruption of a class leaving and a class coming. So we've tried to keep the center of the summer open. The only group that we don't do that are the people who are on the 2-year plan trying to graduate in 2 years. They have to begin their capstone in the summer and then do summer, fall, and spring. Otherwise, they extend their program a whole nother semester. So that small group does a capstone in the summer. And I just wanted to show you this, that in addition to just telling you in general what to do, each year you get a very detailed schedule like this that tells you absolutely every day what the courses are that are running and when your holidays are. So every year you get one of these kinds of schedules. And I just wanted you to see it because it sounds complicated when I say it, but I want you to know that it's mapped out very clearly for you so that you can follow the whole process. I want to share with you that our students come from all over the U.S. and we just put some institutions up here to show you where some of our students have come from, so you can get a sense of the breadth of people that are coming. The majority of our students do come from the U.S., and the majority of those come mainly from like I guess the eastern half of the United States and Canada. So you'll see those schools more regularly pop up, but we get people from all over the US. In addition, we get people from all over the world. And these institutions represent institutions where our students have come from. As we're going into our 15th year, we almost have an alumni population of 500. And we're really excited to have that big of a global network for all of us to connect in the program. So we hope that, that becomes a resource for you in addition to what we're talking about in terms of the faculty that is an interprofessional faculty and incredibly dedicated to you. I wish I had faculty like the faculty that are in this program. They do everything they can to ensure your success. The last thing I'm going to share with you is a little bit about our alums. Our alums gain promotions, they have career opportunities, they rise into leadership positions, they publish in leading scholarly journals, they are selected as scholars. We've had Macy Scholars, AOA Scholars, AMA Scholars, Fulbrights. They're awarded funding for innovative projects and research, and they're changing health professions education across the globe. And I wanted to share with you a couple examples of those. These are some sample graduates, um, people who have come through the program at low ranks and basically at a basic faculty position and work with the program and position themselves for different kinds of roles. We have people who have become professors, become associate professors. We find that this program really helps people to become promoted. And something else we've noticed, um, institutions that these people are part of recognize that they understand education at a very deep level. And we find that they get tapped even in their first adult learning course to help lead educational initiatives because they have a new language, they have a deep understanding of how to approach teaching and learning, and they gain a confidence in themselves that is quickly visible. And we always laugh when they tell us, whoa, I've just been asked to lead this, or I've just been asked to lead that. Also, our graduates find that they are tapped by institutions to lead educational initiatives, to provide revisionary kinds of education, like redoing a residency program. And in several cases, they've been asked to help set up medical schools. And so we find that they are tapped to be leaders in lots of different ways. And then they climb the typical ranks. They become associate professors, full professors. They become clerk directors, program directors, assistant associate deans and deans. And we just had a vice president about 2 years ago. Marjorie Jenkins became vice president for health affairs and dean of the School of Medicine and Health at the University of North Dakota. Brian Garibaldi, who was a leading physician during COVID, and he was actually President Trump's physician during COVID, but he was in charge of biocontainment at Hopkins and was in high demand across um, the world at that point. And he's now at Northwestern, and he's a professor of medicine in the Feinberg School of Medicine. Greg Goolsby, for his capstone project, he developed an approach to apply tourniquets and teach people in a mass disaster how to be able to apply tourniquets. And his work, he couldn't present the final work because it was classified by the Department of Defense, but eventually became a process that's now being used through all the military across the globe in the US and picked up by other military from other countries on how to handle severe injuries over a large scale population. Um, Rachel Sellis was a Macy Scholar and an AOM Scholar. She is highly regarded in terms of sleep work in neurology and has become a strengths coach in terms of helping faculty make themselves stronger and better. And she works closely with us to help our faculty become stronger and better. And she credits the program as this is what's gotten her on that path. And Ido Zamberg is co-founder and chief medical officer of C8 Health. He has combined his medical training, his MEHP, and his personal development in instructional technology to create technology systems which are being adopted by hospitals across the country. So I wanted to just give you a few examples of that. I guess another one is Mike Ryan, who's a professor and associate dean of faculty at the University of Virginia. So I just pulled some out because I wanted you to see how impactful the program has been in terms of helping them. And when I say that, it could say, oh, yeah, but they were going to be smart. They were going to do it anyway. And yeah, we felt that way too, but they credit us. We didn't take the credit. They say, this program really set me on this path. It really gave me the skills I needed to do this. So I wanted to share those examples with you so you could see where we are in terms of celebrating these people who've come through the program and actually have done what we hoped the program would do for them. And so now I just want to stop and give you the rest of the time to ask questions. And as Katie said, if you think of something afterwards or you don't want to ask it out loud, you want to talk to us separately, please contact us. Under Katie's name, I've put our general email address because Katie takes care of our program, but also others. And if you go to that email, she know exactly how to help you and what you're asking about. So I just wanted to make sure that keep that one soe-mehp@jhu.edu. So questions? And I'll stop sharing.
Um, Hi, Tony. I know you can get some in a public place at Walmart. So I hope this is not embarrassing.
It's
Can you hear
okay.
me at
We
all?
hear you. We hear
Good.
you.
All right. Good. I was eager about this. Let me just introduce myself. I'm Dr. Adina Peter. I'm a family medicine physician, and I've been in most areas of medicine as a grounded family medicine. I've done hospital medicine, emergency room, urgent. uh, my interest in this program is to more. I really better myself, suffering some leadership and just about the past some nice talk
It-
about of the
I'm
next
going to say, I'm going to interrupt you
very
for a
short
second.
years.
Could you turn off your picture? Because I think you're
Uh-huh.
having a bandwidth problem and your voice
Yeah.
is so I can't
Okay.
understand all that you're saying, and I don't want to miss your question.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
I
Is
can,
it any
yes.
better?
Yes.
Okay, good. So like I said, my name is Dr. Adina Peter. I'm a family medicine physician, and I may call myself a grounded family medicine physician because I've worked in all areas of family medicine, both emergency room, hospital, urgent care, and all of that. But my interest mainly in this program is to really better myself in terms of seeing myself in leadership position, doing exactly just most of what you've talked about. So, and I'm going to be, reviewing the videos and looking more into this. So I'm glad I'm present for this presentation. And most of all, you talked about the things that of my interest or what I desire in myself. So that's just where I am with you. But you said two things. Firstly, you said either 1 year or 2 years. And I heard that you said the capstone you could do in 1 year. So how does that come into you graduating in a year program?
It's not
Is
a
that
year
the
program.
whole
No.
idea you could?
Yeah.
Okay, I
I
must have
probably
missed
wasn't
that.
clear enough. Yeah, I probably wasn't clear enough. It is
Mhm.
either a 2-year program or a 4-year program.
Oh, I see. I see.
Okay.
So the
It's a
two
real graduate
years.
program. It is what I
Mm-hmm,
tell people is make sure you have
mm-hmm.
10 hours a week to work on every course you take. And so when you think
I
of it that
see.
way, it's a very
Mm.
rigorous graduate program.
Yeah, I would really love to opt into the 2 year program. It's something I really want to try to do and put in. I um I don't have a whole lot of things that might distract me other than my primary work at the VA. But I think I should be able to combine that. I've always been a hard worker all my life. So I think that's really where I really want to ask questions around to be sure that 2 years is doable for me. So
Yeah,
2 years will put.
if you think about what I just said, 10 hours a week for each course you
Mm-hmm,
take, and if you take 2 courses at a time, you're talking about 20 hours a week focused on
mm-hmm,
this program. And
okay.
what I tell people is just make sure your work supports you and your family or friends, whatever your support group, your personal support group is, supports you. Because if you think about it, 20 hours is in a normal working person's life, that's a half-time job. And I know that physicians do
Mm-hmm,
more than that, but I want you to be realistic because everyone who applies and is accepted into this program is brilliant,
mm-hmm,
really strong. The issue
mm-hmm,
that they face is they don't plan their time right, or they don't have the support of the school, of their institution or their family. And so they have a hard time dealing with it. So that's what I stress. And when we do our interviews, that's what I'm stressing with people.
mm.
Make sure that your life will support what you want to do.
Yeah, so 20 hours a week um, averagely puts me, if I'm working 3 hours a night, that's almost 12 plus my weekend to borrow out another 8. Okay. So that's an average of 2 course per semester. Is that what you're talking about?
It's 10 hours a week per course across the whole
10
program.
hours. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
10 hours a
So
week.
if you think about like that, then map
Mm.
it out for yourself and see what makes sense for you. That's the best way to do it.
Okay. All
And
right.
I see, I have another question. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
if you want, we can pick up this a little bit later. Okay.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. I have a question about evidence-based medicine. This program is not about evidence-based medicine. It's about evidence-based teaching. And what that does is it helps you prime and supports the idea of how you think about evidence-based medicine. But we don't teach evidence-based medicine in this program. We're focused on developing your skills to relate to people, to be able to help them in their development. I do want to say that most education programs focus on curriculum and instruction. We don't focus on that per se. We focus on the development of the whole person. Curriculum and instruction is part of that. Cognitive development is part of it. But we're thinking about your development as a whole person. We're trying to complement what you've learned in your study of medicine. So we're not trying to add to your study of medicine. We're complementing it with the skills that you need to advance and to be successful, but which are often not covered in the traditional paths to become uh, in your traditional studies as you advance in medicine, nursing, public health, those kind of the various fields in medicine. So we're a complement to it. We're not that specifically. Okay.
Tony, there's also one question before that which was sort of along the lines of the previous question about kind of like logistics and the delivery of the program online. Is it online asynchronous? And then how is it delivered? Like in terms of, is it recorded lectures or yeah.
Thanks, Katie. Yeah, I just saw that when you started
Okay.
talking. Okay,
Okay.
so Liang, um, the program is asynchronous. Asynchronous means that you can do it on your own time. We do have things where you can meet synchronously, and we do that just so you can connect with people. When we have sync sessions, they're mainly to just provide additional explanation, to give you a chance to share with each other. And let me give you a typical week for the program. A typical week is it starts and you look online and there will be a short recording from an instructor, 8 to 10 minutes, telling you what the week's going to be about, giving you a quick overview of what you're studying, the topic. And then you'll have a reading list. The reading list will have readings from the medical fields, but also it might have readings from business and education because we're trying to, again, expand your thinking. um, there'll be activities, and the activity might be that the instructor posts a question related to what you read and what you heard and asks you to respond to that. And the instructor will say, respond to it by Thursday, and then respond to one of your colleagues' posts by Sunday. So you're creating a conversation. Um, and in that process, what we find is people get so wrapped up in those conversations that they post sometimes more than two, I guess a lot of times more than twice a week, because they start sharing their worlds, the things that they're facing and how they've solved problems or what problems they're facing. Other people are sharing how they've solved them or what problems they're facing. And they build this support community that goes beyond, just what we planned as the um, content. But what we're trying to do in working off the content is presented to you, and your task in the program is to apply it to your work. And most of the fellows in the program will say, what I learned today, I took to my job the next day. And that's what we want you to do. This is a very practical degree. It gives you skills that you can take to the workplace immediately. Um, another kind of activity that you might have in a class is you might be part of you'll be put in a team and you're saying, wow, in a team, asynchronous, online, how do we do that? The team connects to each other in their time frame and they prepare something to share with the class. So not only are you learning the content, you're learning some of the teaching skills that you need. When you present, you get feedback from the instructor and from your classmates, and that feedback does not make your grade go down. It's to help you think about how to make it stronger. So it's not an environment that penalizes you for trying. It rewards you for trying. And so that then you learn techniques and processes from your instructors, but also then from your colleagues. So that's another thing you do. When you're doing curriculum development in that course, what you're doing, we use as the framework for the course, the 6 steps in curriculum development. And so you would be working on a step, and then you have your colleagues in the class respond and give you some ideas. Your instructor gives you ideas, and you go to the next step and you build towards a curriculum to be able to use in your institution. And that's what you do in that class. So the idea is it's asynchronous, but it still builds community. It still gives you opportunity to connect with people without having a set class time every week. Does that help? And every time we do a sync session, they are recorded, they are posted, and you can get them. And then if you have questions, your instructor is very willing to talk to you about whatever you want to have more information about or need clarity about. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the response. That's very helpful. Are you able to hear me? It's a bit loud
Yeah,
here.
you're fading in and out, so I'm hoping we can get stable.
Okay, just a follow-up question. Do you have a lot of or any in-person gathering schedules?
We don't have in-person gatherings scheduled right now. What we tend to do is we tend to find out like where people are meeting for their professional meetings and get those small groups together. Something that we have done in the past is we held an annual conference in person in Baltimore every summer. That was blown out of the water with COVID. What we did then was create a virtual world, and we met in a virtual world together. Um, but some changes in the school we've had to pull back from that with, I don't know if you've experienced budget issues in your world, we've experienced budget issues in ours. So as soon as the budget recovers, we will be doing more of that because that's what we love to do is meet you where you're at. So if we know you're going to be at a meeting and we can get to that meeting, we try to get there to just meet up. And if we know several of you are at a meeting, we try to get you to connect to each other also. Does that help? It's not as good as we want it to be right now. It's the times, but everyone loves the conference in Baltimore because what we do is we have a 3-day conference. The people who are coming into the program, that's when we do their onboarding, when they come in for that conference. When people are in the program, the people that are deep in the program, they help run the conference. They help us, they review papers, they help us schedule sessions, they may be doing workshops, but the faculty do that too. And then the people that are graduating present their work for everyone else in the program. And then we do things like we tour a part of the hospital. People want to see Johns Hopkins Hospital, we go to the hospital. If you want to see the academic campus, we take you there. And we always have a crab feast because you're in Baltimore. Yeah. And we actually do a class on how to eat crabs.
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
But we don't have it right now. I mean, I'm so anxious to get it going again, but we had to miss we didn't do it every year. We did it every other year, and we had to miss it this past year, and I just wanted to cry.
It
So
goes
thanks for
faster
the
coming
question,
back.
Liang. Yeah, that was great. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, it's Yang. Yeah. Oh, just to introduce myself, I'm a PGY 6 in ICU and internal medicine at the McGill University.
Oh, okay, great, great. I have some wonderful colleagues at McGill. Do you know Yvonne Steiner?
I not which department?
She's head of faculty development there.
Oh, okay. So I haven't
Yeah,
had the chance
she's
to.
world renowned, by the way, at McGill.
Okay. I should introduce myself.
Yeah. Okay, who else has a question? Oh, we're past 7. If you need to go, I don't want to hold you, so please feel free to go, and I'll answer any other questions people have.
And I'll just say I also popped in the chat a link to our website and a link to how to start an application, so you can just grab those in the chat.
Thanks, Katie.
Sure.
Katie, are there any closing words that you want to share?
I don't think so. I think just just please reach out. We love having one-on-one calls. We love hearing about where you are in your life and your plans and sharing more about this amazing program. So please feel free to reach out. And we'll also be sending a follow-up email sort of saying thank you for coming, and share some more materials that way. The slides and a recording we'll share a recording with you via email, and it will actually be posted on the website too. So you can hear it all over again.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, Susan.
Hi.
And we love to see faces. Let's see, Doris, how are you?
Okay, fine. Thank you. McGill grad also many years ago.
Right. So maybe there's no more questions. I'll go ahead and stop the recording.
Sounds good.